I'm Caroline.
And we're here to bring you the latest Falcon news.
Coming up, we have a prom recap,
A Disney employee interview,
brain games with Aquinas students,
and more. Stay tuned!
Hi everyone, I'm Nick and I'm reporting straight from Disneyland here in Anaheim, and I'm here with Senior Art Director Brian Sandall. How are you today, Brian?
I'm great. How are you?
Good, thank you. So first, you do have a pretty long title other than Senior Art Director. Can you please go into what exactly that is?
I am a Senior Art Director for Entertainment, Creative Development, Disney Parks and Resorts.
Wow, that's a long title.
That means I'm basically an art director. I'm a designer. And I design for the Disney theme parks throughout the world. But I do most of my work here for Disneyland and California Adventure.
Okay, and then I know you were talking to me earlier about how one of your main jobs is working on the Haunted Mansion during Christmas time?
Yeah.
What are some things that you would be working on during that time of the year?
Well, I kind of am the seasonal guy here, so I do Halloween and Christmas. I work on them virtually all year long, so it takes quite a while to get something new designed, developed, built, and into the attraction. I do a lot of attraction overlays. I do Small World Holiday, Haunted Mansion Holiday, Jingle Cruise, so that's kind of developed into my kind of gig here as the kind of attraction overlay guy.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what are some things that ride goers would see? I'm assuming that you do put in your own flair in a couple of areas.
Yes,
so.
I put my name in everywhere.
Okay.
My parents' name, my dog, my friends. And it's not exactly hidden. It's right there.
Okay.
Like the whole production team of Haunted Mansion Holiday is right there in the attic. I have my parents' names in the Jingle Cruise. I have all my friends. In the Christmas Parade, I have one block that you walk around it spells my name.
Oh, wow.
So I try to be sly about it, but hide my name in lots of places in this park.
I would do the same thing.
It's kind of fun, you know. But unfortunately, every kid that sees Brian, and I'm always naughty, every Brian's naughty, so sorry all you Brians out there.
So when you're working here, actually, what made you want to work for Disney? Like, did you see yourself working here years before you actually started working?
I always loved Disneyland. I'm not a Disney freak, but I have an appreciation, and I love what the company does. I mean, I remember when we were little, we would come over the Santa Ana Canyon, and whoever got to see the Matterhorn first got a prize. So that was always kind of cool. I always knew I was going to work here. I mean, just creatively and things like that. So when I was 12 and 13, I built a whole scale model of Disneyland. This not-so-cuckoo kid. I don't know why I did it, but I did. Won first prize at a big, a county fair. And that kind of just started all going. And then I started getting into theater and designing sets. And then later on in life, I was actually designing a set for Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. I was in the show as well as a brother. Okay. And the guy playing Joseph was a illustrator here. He was a performer and illustrator.
Okay.
So he saw my set and said, "Brian, you got to come work for Disney."
Oh, that's
so
really cool.
He got my foot in the door. I got an interview. Hired that day.
Wow.
And I've been here 20 years.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So what's one of your favorite parts about working for Disney or in your own field in general?
The creativity here is amazing. We spend lots of money. We do things right. Disney has a reputation for great detail and authenticity, and that's one of the things that makes it so great to work here is we spend lots of money and get it correct. Sculpting that rock or making that prop. We spend a lot of time on it, and that's what shows Disney. That's what makes Disney better than anybody else is that creativity and that attention to detail.
Definitely. So, one last question.
Okay.
Is Disneyland really the happiest place on earth?
It's a pretty happy place. Yes, I mean, I love coming to work here. Yes, it's a job, and sometimes it's, taxing and difficult, but I am one of the luckiest people in the world. I get to come and work here at Disneyland every day and create stuff and spend millions of dollars and just to make people happy. So, how cool is that?
It's awesome. Okay, thank you so much, Brian.
Thank you. My pleasure.
Hello, Mr. Kick.
Hello.
So, how many classes do you teach, and what are they?
Okay, well, I teach 6 classes. I teach AP World History, Honors philosophy, Latin 1, Latin 2, Latin 3. A whole gambit of other ones. I just named 5. I'm sure there's another one in there. I teach so many, I forget them.
What's your favorite class to teach?
Honestly, I would have to say philosophy. Not because it's the easiest one, not because of workload or anything. I would have to say that one is the most challenging, but kind of the most interesting topics kind of arise out of that, and some interesting revelations occur in kids' minds. I think that when they start kind of processing the world around them a bit. So yeah, I'd have to go with that one.
All right. What was your favorite class in high school?
Well, I don't know if I had a favorite class in high school. Oddly enough, I hated school. I only discovered my love of education in college. If I had to pick one, I would pick PE because I would just sit outside. I was like one of those dudes that like didn't dress for PE and just sat outside by himself or something, something like that. So yeah, I would have to go with that. Yeah.
How long have you been teaching?
I've been teaching at Aquinas. This is my 5th year, and I taught for 5 years before that as a substitute teacher at Cesar Chavez Middle School, and 2 years before that for county schools. So for a collective, somewhere around 12 years.
And we believe that you just had a baby girl. How is she?
She's wonderful. I think I have to say that as just a dad. Actually, just oddly enough, we had a little scare because she puked up a bunch of blood, and it was super weird, and we had to run to the emergency room, and then they were like, nothing's wrong with her. They took x-rays and everything, so maybe a little miracle, I guess, I don't know, but since then, she's just been growing. She's in 90th percentile of everything. She's beastly. So, yeah, everything's great. Couldn't ask for more.
What's one thing that the people at AHS don't know about you?
All right, so one serious one, which is I am a licensed pastor, so I can marry and bury. Yeah, so I can do that, and that's kind of I moonlight, I guess, if that makes any sense, as a pastor for non-denominational churches. And the other thing is that I made burgers for the former President of the United States, President at that time, George Bush, and Arnold Schwarzenegger, then our governor. So, kind of famous. He probably loved my burgers at In-N-Out. So.
What's one thing that you like to tell students of AHS that you wish you'd known as a student?
Honestly, since I didn't care in high school, and then I don't know why they let me into college. It was a different time, right? I walked onto Cal State's campus and slid a paper across the counter, and they gave me classes. Didn't have to do anything. Didn't have to write an essay. I barely graduated with ridiculous grades. But it was a different time. College didn't really require any effort to get into. It's a different world today. And so I guess I wandered a bit. So I guess if I could transport myself into the past and have a conversation with myself, I would say that this stuff really does matter, and that every seed you plant now, you'll have to harvest, whether good or bad. You'll have to have the consequences. So just kind of fully aware of what you have to reap, and so the decisions matter. So I guess I would hope that from that the kids recognize that that this stuff does matter, and that they're going to have to live with those choices. So yeah, that's what I would go.
Thank you, Mr. Guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
We all know that positive thinking is needed for our well-being. So today we'll be looking at the impact of positive reinforcement on performance. We'll be having people shoot hoops where they will be given 5 shots to show us their skill. After that, we will be blindfolding the contestants, giving them either positive or negative reinforcement. They will be given another 5 shots to see the results.
Okay.
Take 2 more. And 1 more. All right.
Okay, so now you're going to be taking a couple blindfolded shots. Do you think you can make it? No. All right, well, here we go. So now that you're blindfolded, do you think you can make these shots? No? All right, well, we'll see right now.
Aquinas High School's prom took place on April 30th at the March Airfield Base Museum, and it was an eventful night for the students. Students danced all night long to great music. Max was at the prom. What were your thoughts, Max?
Prom was very fun. I really liked the ice cream bar, and the venue was pretty cool.
Congratulations to everyone on prom court, and especially our king and queen, Nicholas Gustav and Michelle Elad. Thank you to the juniors for giving us a night to remember.
From the happiest place on earth, we're wishing our Notre Dame counterparts were here with us. Thanks for watching!